Welcome back to the Stephan Show. My name is Graham and welcome to my show. And first of all, I want to say a huge thank you to Josh Paler-Lynn for sending me a text and letting me know to react to this. You know, anytime people go and send me something, they're like, dude, Graham, you got to drop everything you're doing and just watch this video. That's what I do. So here I am, and I clicked on the video and I just realized, like, wait a second. Guys, we are on, I'm not even kidding, like my heart is racing right now about to talk to this. We are on to the next big thing. I'm not even kidding. Like I had the same feeling when I saw Millennial Money for the first time. I just knew it was gonna be a banger. I knew this was gonna be the best thing I was ever gonna see, and this was gonna change my entire life. Seriously, guys, like I'm hyping this up a lot. It's from none other than GQ, and let me introduce the very first of this entire series that we're all going to know and love, and I wanna see way more of this. It is called How Dwayne Haskins Spent His First $1M in the NFL. Wait for it. My first million. Wow, guys, like this is it. This is what we've been all waiting for after Millennial Money has just been giving too many good examples. Here we go with my first million. Let's begin this video and see how Dwayne Haskins spent his first $1 million. Oh, I can't wait.
Whose money is this? I just got here. This is not mine.
Ah, man, that's prop money. See, you can always tell when it's like a little bit too crisp and the colors are just a little bit too enhanced. It's prop money. I want to say, like, my money, by the way, is never prop money. Anytime you see me holding a whole wads of cash and thumbnails, that's real money. I always keep, no joke, a few grand in cash only for the purpose of thumbnails. Call me crazy. It's worth it, though.
What's up, GQ? It's Dwayne Haskins. This is how I spent my first million.
You know this is going to be an interesting episode where he literally has his initials in what looks like diamonds around his neck. That's actually how you don't spend your first $1 million. You don't do that. You really shouldn't do much different. Ideally, you just invest all of it and you live off 50 grand. But let's see. I doubt he's doing that. Maybe I'm wrong though. Let's see.
Of course, throughout the season, everyone was like, man, what you finna buy? If I got this, I would get this, I would get that. And I'm like, man, I got to focus on getting there first. I got to play well. So put all the work in. I knew I was going to be able to do it with hard work and perseverance.
Ah, geez, I can't help but look at, like, while he's talking, I see this iced out watch on his wrist. I'm guessing it's an iced out Patek, which if he's going and buying iced out Pateks, like, at the very least, you're not going to really lose much money doing that. This is going to be good.
Being in school, I didn't have any debt, so everything was already paid for. My apartment, only thing I had to pay for in college was my car bill. Might have had like maybe a couple of bills for like the library, but I had to pay that off.
You know, so far this is actually really good. I mean, this is the perfect example of like dedication, sacrifice, being really good at something, and you just never know, your wildest dreams might come true. And for him, I mean, this has absolutely happened. So I'm actually like really excited to hear about all of his success. I think so far he gets a thumbs up from me. And so far, maybe a thumbs up on the video if you haven't done that already.
When I got my first signing bonus, I put about 70% of it away. 30% of it I put in a different account. Then I bought some stuff as well, so we'll get into that too.
I was not expecting this. I really thought the video was gonna be like my first million. Here's how I blew it. One amazing night at the club, I bought this brand new Ferrari above MSRP, sold it the next year for half the price. Oh, I rented this really cool yacht in this penthouse. So far, I gotta say, to be able to put 70% away and spend 30, I mean, I would like ideally he puts 99% of it away and lives off 1%. That would be ideal for me, but I gotta say, so far from what he's doing, it's perfect. Let's hope, though, it stays this way.
Now that I made the money, I'm like, bro, there's taxes. So, like, I'm thinking I'm getting all this money, and, like, half of it's going to taxes. You got agent fees, you got all this stuff you got to pay for.
That is something that's so true that so many people don't realize that even though you might make $1 million, you're not actually making $1 million. The IRS does not want you to make $1 million, so they want to take almost half of it away. So I'm guessing on $1 million, $400,000 is going to taxes. So that means he's left on $1 million, he's left with $600,000. But then on top of that, he's got fees and agents and managers and everything else that goes along with that. I'm guessing that's probably another 10% of $1 million. So really when he's making $1 million, he's really left over with, let's call it 500 grand or maybe more like $480,000. Before even spending a single dime of it, he's already down more than half.
Make sure you be smart with your money because at the end of the day, you don't make that money every day the rest of your life.
This guy, seriously, I think is wise beyond his years. The fact that he acknowledges this and he acknowledges that, especially in sports, you don't have a very long career. I mean, you could have a few really good years where you just make this insane amount of money. And I think where most people go wrong is they see a few really good years and they just expect this is going to continue much longer. They never think it's going to end. And then when it ends, they're caught off guard and they don't have anything saved. What he's doing by far, is exactly what everyone else should be doing. When you come into a large amount of money, save it. I always recommend if you ever come into a windfall for 1 full year, don't do a single thing with it. It's much better it's sitting in a savings account somewhere safe, or you put it in a CD, or you put it in something not risky. Just for the first year, you get used to it mentally, and then after that, you can go and invest or spend the money logically. Actually, I take that back. Don't spend it logically, invest it logically. All of that goes out the window as soon as I see he bought a Bentley. What is he thinking? Like, unless he's going and buying like a 2006, 2007 Bentley GT that's already depreciated a lot, he's not going to lose a lot of money on that. Why is he going? He doesn't need a Bentley. I don't care how much money you're making, you don't need a Bentley. You could pretty much get the exact same thing with a Volkswagen Phaeton. Just get a Phaeton. It's identical. It's pretty much the same thing. No one will know.
I got myself a Bentley Bentiago. It's a very nice car. I got a custom matte black, red interior. It's my baby, called the Batmobile. It's my favorite car. And you can see that car right here.
I don't know if he could use that one as a write-off. If he could justify that car as being a write-off, then yes, he might be able to use the Section 179 deduction and be able to deduct the entire cost of the car against his income. But assuming he's not doing that, what a gigantic waste of money. I just don't feel like that is necessary. I mean, if you make the Bentley, I think in a month, then maybe you might consider getting the car. But if you're making $1 million a year, I don't see it. I think the car is too expensive.
That car, $250,000. Being able to just, hey mom, got a surprise for you. Here's a house. But she was just so excited. And
I love how it keeps just zooming into his watch. So that's a Patek Philippe. It's all iced out. Now, I'm not a fan of icing out watches. Now, personally for me, it just feels a little tacky. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not a fan, but you know, it is a bit, how do you call it? Trendy, and at least it's a Patek. It's not gonna lose that much money. And if he even bought it right, I mean, it'll hold its value pretty well. So I like how they keep zooming in on that, like, yo, check out this watch, check out this watch. But anyway, him buying his mom a house, I get it. I think that's really rewarding. If it were me, I would like to see a little bit more money coming in and have more of a buffer before going and doing anything. But then again, if he's putting his money in real estate, like, it's a lot safer in real estate than it is buying a brand new Bentley. So between the two, go and buy your mom a house. Go and buy your dad a house. Go and buy your cousin's, aunt's, friend's sister a house. I'd rather you do all of that than buy a brand new Bentley.
How much was the house that you bought your mom?
there's not enough on the table. That would be the rest of all this money. So $750.
Whoa, but here's the thing though, here's the thing. He's talking about having a mortgage and putting his mom on the payment. So even though the house is $750 grand, he probably put 20% down. Maybe, we'll call it even 25% down. So he's putting about $175,000 down, not the whole thing, but you know, it makes it slightly better, but not that much better.
I'm going to the Bahamas soon, trip coming up next month. I like to shop smart, so I got the flights in advance, so they weren't more than like $800, and then the hotel's like $3,000 for a couple days. Like maybe like 5 or 7 around there. Finance guys watching, so I'm being smart, Steph.
Okay, you know what? I actually think, and go easy on me here, but I think if he's making $1 million and he's spending, I don't know, 5 to 7 grand on a vacation, it could be worse. And I think of all the things, if you get experiences from that and you go and see exotic places, then at least I can try to wrap my mind around spending that much money. But the thing is, for his level of spending so far, I mean, you could tell it's gonna be outrageous. He could go and get that entire trip paid for free. You guys know what I'm gonna talk about here. It's credit card churning. You go and sign up for a credit card, you get the sign-up bonus, and then you use those points towards booking the travel. Like, he would be out of pocket $0 for the flight, $0 for the hotel, and really for like an hour's worth of work total, he'd have this entire trip paid for, just with his level of spending right now. So anyway, but it's not the worst I've seen.
I got me 1 or 2 watches, something I got on right now, the Patek Philippe. I bought it bust down already. This is like a chandelier.
Okay, let me guess how much that watch is worth. So the normal watch, if you're gonna get that watch in stainless steel, I'm guessing it's 60 grand or so. Now, it depends if he bought this secondhand or if he bought this aftermarket with all the stuff. So I'm gonna guess that watch was $85,000 is my guess. Let's see if I got this one right.
This watch can be worth over 100,000. I did not pay that much for this watch though. I gotta pull up my receipts. Let's say like 60K for the Patek.
Okay, so we actually did buy that watch at least correct. And a lot of people can go crazy on him and say,
Oh, you're buying too much money on a watch, 60 grand on a watch, don't buy a watch, Graham.
But honestly, it's like that watch is the equivalent of a savings account. It's always going to be worth about 60 grand. It might go up and down in price a little bit depending on how the markets and the economy are doing. It might be worth 70 grand, it might be worth 50 grand. But either way, he's not going to lose really any money on the watch. So again, of all the things I could see him spending money on, that to me is just, that's okay.
What about the chain? How much was the chain?
Another 10. Chain.
I knew that was a $10,000 necklace. You don't need that. That's stupid. Because what are the chances of you ever reselling that necklace to someone else who has the initials DH on them and who has $10,000 that they want to flush down the toilet? So that is essentially, to me, just worth like scrap value. And what I mean scrap value, I mean like, you melt down all the stuff, you take out the diamonds, what is it worth? That is what his necklace is now worth. It's not, anyway, I'm upset.
When I got to the league, I was training in LA, so Rodeo Drive is like one of those places you hear, like, met a whole bunch of fashion people out here. I got a personal shopper now, and I don't go to the mall anymore. Having somebody I can just text and like, I want to get this shirt, I saw this shirt here, and be able to buy it for me.
That is like next level crap there. Imagine who I would text. I'd be like, hey, I saw this sale at H&M. They should have this shirt there for $2 on the clearance section. Would you mind going and picking me up that shirt? Like, I saw this shirt recently at H&M. It was $3. A $3 shirt. And guess how long I've had this for? Years. Like, you don't need any fancy designer stuff. Like, it's such a waste of money. What does it do? Nothing. And then it's out of style the next season. You can't wear it because then you're wearing last season of Gucci and everyone's gonna poke fun of you. Guess what? H&M, year round.
Bought like 4 or 5 suits, tailor-made, 10.
4 to 5 suits, tailor-made for $10,000 is actually a really good price. If it's like $2,000 per custom-made suit, believe it or not, I'd say you got a deal. Because even you could go to Dior and get like the really high-end suits for like 4 or 5 grand. But to get a custom suit like that, $2,000, I'm okay with that.
If I had to say clothes and everything like that, first year, I'm like 40,000.
Seriously, for 1 second, imagine spending $40,000 on clothes. A few years from now, you're never gonna wanna wear that shirt no more. Never. I mean, you might have a jacket. You might have a really cool leather jacket that you wear for a few years, and you get tired of it and you donate it. What a waste. That is just horrible.
And we're playing a game, like whoever loses has to buy dinner tonight. So unfortunately, I lose, right? We go to some restaurant and they run the tab up on me crazy.
You know what? I think he lost on purpose because he wants to spend more money. He's looking for ways. He's got all this money to burn. He's like, how can I spend it? $40,000 on clothes, custom suits, exotic vacations. Oh, hey guys, whoever loses pays for dinner. Oops, I lost. Oh no, I'm gonna have to spend. I think this guy just likes spending money.
First of all, it was supposed to just be us 4. They invited friends, family, cousins. It was like almost 15, 20 people at the table. I'm like, there's no way I'm paying for all this food. It was like almost $10,000. I was pissed.
Your friends don't do that for you. Like, my friends know if I'm treating, they actually order less because they know how much I don't like spending money. So when I do, they feel terrible about doing it. If I had a friend who's like, I know Graham is paying, so I'm gonna make it as painful for him as possible and just take him to the cleaners. Like, that's not a friend. That's someone that I would just delete from my contacts. Like, I won't text them back anymore.
I didn't bet with them no more.
The way I see it, it's not like you can't play that anymore. You just gotta not lose. If you just win the bet, you could have someone else pay for like really expensive champagne and like nice filet mignons and all that. So you can have someone else buy your wardrobe for the night,
I have like a whole bunch of like murals and like motivational things. I got a weight room. My favorite rappers with Scarface, it's like Jay-Z, Nipsey, J. Cole, Biggie, Tupac. It's a dope piece. They didn't charge me that much, so I'd probably say another 10. Corey to paint my basement.
Okay, you know what? If it's something that motivates him, if it's a custom piece, I have no problem with him spending $10,000. It's something that's gonna pump him up a little bit more because honestly, I think if he's that much better at the gym, he's gonna do better at work, he's gonna make more money, so that I could actually consider an investment in himself.
She got a scholarship to SCAD, Savannah College in Art Design. She is an actress and she's majoring in communications. She wants to produce movies, make movies, be in movies. Degree money, so going to my sister.
School is so expensive though. Jeez, you should just tell her to make a YouTube channel. I think everyone now, instead of going to college, just go and make YouTube videos instead.
If you have an away game in New York, do you get taxed from the state of New York?
I try to tell you, taxes are no joke, bro. So you'll get taxed where you play. You'll get taxed when you play at your home stadium. So if you play in LA, you're getting LA taxes. If you play in New York, you're getting New York taxes. For that game that you're playing, it's ridiculous, but...
That means his accountant is making a lot of money. I mean, that could be a full-time job just going and calculating this guy's taxes. I can't imagine how much of a hassle that would be. I think it's kind of silly, honestly. I mean, I get why they do it. If you're playing a game in a certain state or a county, you know, they want some revenue from that. But at the same time, like, it complicates things so much.
Let's push all this money in for taxes. Ouch. That hurts. Yeah, this is all taxes.
I'm hoping this is his first of many millions. I'm hoping he got this contract for like $6 million and like, sure, the first million is all gone, but he's got like $4 million left over that his financial advisor was telling him like, yo, don't spend this. Don't be stupid. Don't buy no watches. Don't buy no Bentleys. Don't give them money. You got to save it and invest it because I don't see any investment. You know what? Let's do this right now. Let's look up Dwayne Haskins, let's see how much money he's making. Dwayne Haskins signed a 4-year, $14 million contract with the Washington Redskins, including an $8 million signing bonus, $14 million guaranteed, and an average annual salary of $3.6 million. In 2020, Haskins will earn a base salary of $1.1 million, while carrying a cap hit of $3.2 million and a dead cap value of $11,795,000. I don't know what a cap hit and a cap value is whatsoever, but I'm assuming that that's probably pretty good and he's going to be making a lot of money. That means this year we could assume he's making about $3 million, which means that, you know, after that he's probably left with about $1.7 million or so after taxes, and then let's say another 10% goes to crap. So he's really left over with $1.4 million left over after all taxes and expenses. So you know what, honestly, I think this lifestyle he's living right now, it's doable. Honestly, it's doable as long as he saves the remainder of that, goes and invests it, and has a really long-lasting career that will continue for many more years beyond this. Like, if he can get 15 years out of this career, he's going to be doing insanely well, even at his current level of spending. But if it were me, I would dial back on all the extravagances, and I would put more money away in investments. Like, if you're netting $1.6 million a year, I would aim towards investing, I don't know, about $1.3 million of that. Like, you can live really comfortably, like, insanely comfortably off $300,000 a year, which sounds crazy to say, like, ooh, you can live comfortably. Like, no, you can live comfortably off 300 grand a year. But I'm just saying, it goes to show you that like 300 grand a year, you could still live insanely well. You could put away so much money, and then by the time you retire, you're gonna have more money than you know what to do with, and then you could go and invest that money, put it into another business, go and do something else. You could basically do whatever you want after that. So I gotta say, you know, his first million, I'm not a fan of how he spent it, but at least on the bright side, he's making his first of many million dollars.
A lot of money, but it can go if you don't spend it the right way. That's it, guys. That's how I spent my first million. Catch me at FedEx Field next year.
Okay, so there we go. We finished our first video of my first million, and I gotta say, I am really looking forward to more videos on the series. I found this actually insanely interesting, so much so that I was thinking as I was going through this, I'm like, maybe I should just like do a more serious video for the main channel. Let me know what you guys think if you want like an actual analytical breakdown on this, and if so, I will do something like this for the main channel. Just let me know down below in the comments if that is something that you'd like to see. It's not going to be as jokey. I'm not going to be so like angry at the guy, but I will go and break down from a logical perspective what he could be doing to improve on this. Let me know. Otherwise, if you guys enjoy like, you know, these just off the beat reaction videos, just, you know, I'll keep doing these obviously, but I really want to see more on the series. I think it's incredibly interesting. I can't wait for them to do more videos like this. And I want, by the way, CNBC, if you guys are watching this right now, if you copy My First Million, Millennial Money, My First Million, and find people who are like this, just spending a whole bunch of money, it's going to be doing insanely well. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to destroy the like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Feel free to add me on Instagram. I post here pretty much daily, so if you want to be a part of it there, feel free to add me there. And lastly, if you guys want 2 free stocks, use that link down below in the description, and Webull is going to be giving you 2 free stocks when you sign up on their platform, with one of the stocks valued up to $1,400. So if you want a chance to get 2 free stocks with one of them valued up to potentially a lot of money, make sure to use that link down below. Let me know which 2 free stocks you get. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.